Falutin. We're gonna see what's popping. We're gonna see what's going on, child. Hello, 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 everyone. Oh my goodness. It's been a long time, y'all. It's been a extremely long time, and I'm so excited to be here, to be in the building, to be chatting. I'm not gonna be here kicking it long because really what I want to do is kind of get started on um a live series that I want to be doing every week called Trill Spill with the Homegirl Healer, because that is the only way to spill. Okay, by keeping it real. Hey, boo, I see you. Oh my goodness. Now I can't see hardly nobody on the screen because I'm trying to use, woo child, I'm trying to use a new software so I can go live on multiple places. So thank you, girl, for saying, hey, Miss Layla Boo. I hope you're doing good, sugar. Um, but anyway, y'all, I don't even know if it's probably good that I can't even see myself here because it's making me feel less nervous because I can't get all up in my feelings and pick myself apart. But I'm not going to stay on long tonight. I just want to kind of do a little test run of Trillsville with the Homegirl Healer because I'm using like a whole new way so I can multi-stream and all of that. So I'm trying to get used to this. And I figured that this would be a good time to kind of get started with this and to see how this software works. Hey, Miss BNC. First of all, one of my favorite YouTube channels ever. My sis, she always support me. And if you are into the royal family and specifically, child, Miss Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, I hope I said that right, and her husband, child, Harry, then that's exactly where you want to be. So Mrs. VSNC09 on YouTube. Also, Layla DC is out here doing great things. So follow her too. Holler at her, okay? But anyway, like I said, I'm not going to stay on long. I just want to kind of get popping with Trill Spill with the Homegirl Healer. If you listen to my podcast, child, my last episode of season 1 came out in November. Obviously, we took a break for the holidays and all of that. And just to kind of get my mind right, I said I was going to be doing Trill Spill with the Homegirl Healer, and I was going to start right after, but I didn't. So much stuff has changed in a really, really great way. I had so much stuff going on in my life from October through December. I was in a very, 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 of course, always, you always support me. I'm always happy to support you. But there was I did a yoga teacher training, y'all, if you can believe it. Very, very intensive, and like literally yoga was taking up every single bit of my brain space in the best and most amazing way. Just even like the physical aspects of it, it took a lot of work, a lot, woo child, like so much I had to learn, so much I had to do. And so after I was finally done with that at the end of December, your girl needed a break, child. So I do not feel guilty about delaying the start of Trill Spill with the Homegirl Healer. But here we are now, child. So let's get into it. So this is going to be a thing that I'm doing weekly. I'm just doing it on a Saturday this week because I didn't have a chance to do it during the week this week like I wanted to. I kind of want to do, I think I'm going to do it every Thursdays at like 8 or 8:30. But if Saturdays seem like it's cute, I might, just do it on Saturdays. But anyway, so this is kind of like just general chat, like just kicking it and kikiing. I'm going to definitely be talking about stuff like maybe I saw something on social media, something on the gossip sites, honey, because I definitely love my gossip sites and my gossip YouTubers and social media folks. So if I see something that I think is interesting, if I'm reading something that I think is interesting and that really inspires me to want to have a discussion with y'all, that's what we're going to do. So we literally could talk about anything and everything and all the things here. So this week, what I want to talk about, the thing that's been on my mind for a couple of weeks is the cycle of insanity. Now, child, I'm definitely not no damn psychologist, so I'm not talking about the clinical things. You need to go to somebody with the expertise if that's what you want to talk about. I'm specifically talking about the quote that I'm sure that y'all done seen floating around the internet. What is it? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and expecting a different result. And so, obviously, again, I'm late. Like I said, I'm late getting to this, y'all, because your girl needed a mental break. But I know that there has been a lot of talk recently about Khloe Kardashian and her baby daddy being out here dirty dicking it everywhere and knocking people up. And we have seen all of this play out because y'all know that family, they get their coins off of putting their business out there and putting it everywhere. And so I really have been thinking about that, and like, why is this girl continuing to make the same mistakes over and over and over and over again? And so, like, not that I'm super invested in her life, but it kind of made me think that so many of us are out here just kind of talking about this and making judgments about her. But it made me go inward, and what are the ways that I am being insane in my life? What are the patterns that I'm continuing to repeat that I literally am just not getting a clue and not, trying to fix? And I'm sure if that's happening to me, I know it's out there happening to other people out there in the world as well. So we need to, that's the thing that we need to unpack. And this being the start of the new year, well, in my opinion, 2022 is going to officially start on February 1st, because I ain't got time for January of 2022, child. So I'm starting my new year on February 1st. But a lot of times, like, we go into this new year and new year, new me, new phone, who this, we giving that kind of vibe. And we have these grand plans for ways that we want to shift and ways that we want to grow. But we get to March and we ain't did shit. We still doing the same thing. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Hey, Laurie. I'm going to assume that is in real life. Hey, girl, from what I can see on your picture with my little dirty glasses, you look cute as a button. Thank you for coming to kick it with me. But anyway, so we spend a lot of time like making these grand plans for things that we want to do and ways that we want to shift and move and maneuver. But we get down the road a little bit and it's the same shit, different day. So, what are the ways that we are continuing to be insane? For me, my lack of discipline is one of those things. My key word for this year is really discipline, because I feel like the things that I want to manifest, the goals that I want to push forward, are things that I can actually do if I just had the discipline to do it. If I made a choice each time when I feel like I'd rather lay in bed and watch Lifetime or watch true crime, because I'm definitely a Lifetime true crime kind of girl, and I have spent a lot of my off time, a lot of my break time that I gave myself after yoga teacher training watching all of that. And so anyway, what are the ways that I'm continuing to be insane and holding myself back? And so I think that this is a great time for us to kind of really examine what are the things that you want to be doing that you haven't done because you're continuing to do the same old shit that you've been doing. What are the changes that you want to activate for yourself so that you can be in your goddess form, so that you can really move into your most activated form, allowing your purpose to come through and show up and show out in the world. So, child, that is a thing that at some point I want to kind of go deeper into it. Like I said, I really appreciate y'all coming, because I'm really just here chatting about this, trying to get used to this new technology that I'm trying. But yeah, how can we kind of break this cycle? How do we get out of this thing where we keep doing the same thing over and over again? And I'm talking about being more disciplined in my business and my work and the things that I'm doing. But how many of us are kicking it with the same man, the same girl, or whoever that we know ain't shit, we know don't vibe with us and don't resonate with us, but we're familiar and we're used to it? How many of us are staying in places and spaces that literally we know don't fit and it doesn't feel good, but because we're familiar, we're just gonna keep doing it anyway? How many of us are stuck in jobs that we hate and that drain our energy? Me raising my hand, I will raise my other one, but I'm about to grab this cup so I can have me a sip of water. But what are the things that we are continuing to do? What's our Groundhog Day? What is the Groundhog Day for you? Like I said, for me, it's legit my lack of discipline. Because actually I should be downstairs working out, but I'm up here talking to y'all. But no worries, we'll get to it tomorrow. That's my little bit of insanity. I'm trying to understand how the captions are working. Well, the comments are working. So if anybody has said anything in the comments and I missed it, my bad. I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to get used to this, and then we're going to be really firing, cooking with fish grease once I fully get used to it. But again, a lot of us, like, it's very easy for us to look at other people, like Khloe Kardashian, which, no shade, but her family and her family, they want us to be looking at them. So they're going to keep being insane and keep doing crazy ass shit because they want the attention. But for those of us who really want a real shift in our life, who want to live our best, most baddest, amazing, most cosmic life ever, what are the things the cycles that we are repeating that it's time to break. And that's the thing that, like, I definitely want to spend more time with that. Like, I have been spending time with that on my off break and figuring out what is it that I need to tweak to be living my best and, my best life and really progressing. But I want you to make sure, like, once we're done, you can either share it in the comments, or once we're done, what are the things that you are ready to let go of that just don't serve you? Like, you done been there, you done that, you done wore the t-shirt, girl. The t-shirt is raggedy and worn out. It got bleach stains and ketchup stains and holes in it. We don't need that t-shirt anymore. What are the t-shirts that y'all are discarding? Okay. So anyway, and I said all that. One of the things I kind of wanted to get into really quick before I get out, because I gotta log off in a moment. It will be a little longer. Trill spill will be a little longer in general. Like I said, I'm just testing it out. It'll probably be about 30 minutes once I get into the full my regular scheme of, I think, Thursdays at like 8 or 8:30. We'll see this Thursday which time I do it. But what are some of the things that we can do to start to break those chains, to start to let go of that insanity, girl? Because insanity do not look good on us. Insanity will have us out here being stressed out and being sick and not know what's going on with us, not being able to move and progress. Insanity will have us out here taking less than we deserve. It will have us out here playing ourselves. It will have us out here looking crazy and stupid, like a girl who boo keep having babies on her and keep on cheating on her, and the whole world see it and know what time he on and what time she's on. So, like, what are the ways that we can unpack that? I have been thinking about this, like I said, and one of the things I think is so important that a lot of people don't always really, really think about because it's uncomfortable. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is such an important part of beginning to kind of break these chains and these cycles of repetition that are not serving us. A lot of people, you would think that self-awareness is a thing that comes easily to people, but I've met a lot of people who are not self-aware. I know I have not been super self-aware at certain aspects in my life, and that's a thing that I definitely am working through. But self-awareness, being and self-awareness, and not even just in relationship to other people, but self-awareness about how continuing to repeat this same old raggedy shit, how does that make you feel? When I'm not being disciplined, when I wake up with a whole list of things I want to do in a day and the end of the day has come and I haven't done any of it. Thank you so much. First of all, okay, I see somebody else has joined. Hello, Working with Tamsin. I just want to say thank you all, especially coming over from Mrs. VSNC09. I'm saying it again because I want to make sure that if you haven't seen her channel, that you already have. But I know a few of you who have joined me are from her channel. So I just wanted to say thank you again. Shout out to y'all. I'll see y'all in the comments of her channel when my work schedule is a little less hectic. I work in finance and administration. So January is a terrible time for us because there's so much to do. But I can't wait to get back in the comments and kick it with y'all over there. But self-awareness about how it makes us feel when we are continuing to repeat those patterns. So when I don't achieve any of my goals for the day, I will be up at night and I'm just like beating myself up and just feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm so lazy. I'm not accomplishing everything. Like, just being really in my head and really hurting myself because I feel like I'm not doing what I need to do and what I know I should do. So self-awareness just about other people and your relationships with them. Self-awareness when you see somebody is disrespecting you, somebody is not upholding you or holding you down the way that they need to, in the way that you deserve. Yes, that level of self-awareness, but the level of self-awareness that tells us that I realize that this thing is not healthy for me and I'm not doing my best for myself. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not giving myself all that I deserve. So seeing yourself and really understanding and connecting with those things. Also, I do life coaching, intuitive coaching, but and which can be helpful for these things, because a lot of times people will come to me and they're like, they hear intuitive and they think, oh, let's talk about the future. And for me, no, let's dive into what's going on right now. I'm sorry, no shade to your future, girl, but that is not my business or my assignment. Your future is yours to create, but you need to get clear on what is happening with you right now. You need to get clear on the blockages that are in your way right now so you can clear that shit and make the future that you want. So don't come to me talking about your future. Come to me talking about right now. What is the blockage? What's in the way? Okay. Hey, Tamiko, girl. First of all, Cocoa Butter Mothers, follow her everywhere. Cocoa Butter Mothers on all social medias, child. Also follow me and Tamiko on Amethyst and Ether everywhere, child. Okay, we got some stuff coming that we are gonna. I'm so excited that we're gonna be bringing out. Hopefully, very soon. We'll get there. But anyway, what are the, like, I want you to, like, so yeah, let's focus on what's going on now. Let's focus on your blockages now. Let's focus on the ways that you are holding yourself back. Let's focus on why you got imposter syndrome, girl. Raise a hand, because I do. Let's talk about those things. We will get into the future later. So anyway, saying that to say, see someone who can help you process. If it's some kind of coach, or if it's a therapist. I'm so happy that in the Black community, we are talking about therapy way more, because as Black people, we have a lot of shit that we need to unpack, a lot of damage that we need to undo. And I don't know if y'all know, but if you know me in real life, you know I'm super duper pro Black. So we will, sometimes the topics that come up on Trill Spill will be about things that are specifically focused on healing, bringing healing and restoration to the Black community. So we'll talk about that. You know, I'm glad that we as a community are more embracing therapy, but see somebody to help you process and unpack. Let them help you to figure out what things you might need. If it's a medical intervention, if it's something like yoga or Reiki or holistic methods, whatever it is that will help you to really kind of get to the root of what's going on and bring healing to yourself. Okay, it's fine for us to, everybody has that time that they just need to kind of not do anything. Like, rest is a thing that we all deserve and we all should lean into it. But when the rest is at to the point where you ain't getting shit done, it's been 2 years, girl, and you've been trying to write the same book. I don't know where that came from, but if you've been trying to write the same book, it's been 2 years and you've been trying to make the same relationship work. It's been 2 years, girl, and you still just trying to make the same lifestyle changes. If it's been the same shit going on and on and on, who outside of you can help you to really process and grab onto what is happening, to grab the reins back of your life? One thing that I always like to say, because y'all know me, so I'm also a Reiki master teacher. And one of the things that I always tell my students and my clients is that literally, girl, I'm not out here being the healer. I am the conduit, the vessel to help you connect to your healing power. Sometimes we do need that outside person to who can see things from a vantage point that we can't, to really help us wrap our minds around what is going on, to help create a safe space with us to kind of unpack these things that have been holding us down. Again, a lot of my work focuses on working with Black women, and especially if we're in a space where I'm doing, yoni steaming or something like that. There is a lot of stuff that just kind of sits on the inside of us as women, a lot of emotions, a lot of experiences, a lot of traumas, just a lot of things that kind of will put us in a fear space where we can't even really move forward like we want to. So we have to unpack those things, because sometimes that coming from that place of fear is what keeps us from actually making the changes we need to make. Because even if something isn't working, I'm not afraid of what I know and what I see. I'm afraid of what could be on the other side of that. So if we are used to operating from like a space of trauma, and that's what we know, we at least know we're safe there, because we know what to expect. And even if that shit is toxic, even if that shit is raggedy, even if that shit is wearing us down and wearing us out, even if that shit is giving us bags up under the eyes, child, we will stay there and we will sit with it because it's familiar. We got to get out these comfort zones. We have to get out of those comfort zones. That is one of the big things that I think I want to challenge all of us. Let's do something that is out of our comfort zone. Even though I know that I talk a lot for a living and part of what I do in my work is talking, but literally sitting here chatting with y'all, I am so freaked out. Y'all don't even understand. I am so nervous and so anxious. But this is the thing that I could either keep kicking down the road. I can, like, getting started with it. I could kick that can down the road, or I could just say, you know what? Yes, I'm out here. Yes, I'm out here sweaty. Yes, I'm out here keep grabbing my water, but I have not drank it that much yet because I'm too nervous to even think about that. I can just sit at home and I can be comfortable and unhappy because I'm not progressing, or I could just come before y'all and keep it real and be nervous and get through it and continue to build on what is happening. Yes, I see that. The devil, we don't have time for the devil, because the devil, knows you. The devil, know how to get on your back in a way that you just can't get him off, that you can't shake them. They know your triggers. The devil, knows your triggers and your traumas. It knows how to kind of creep into your mind and be like, ooh, girl, they don't want to hear what you have to say. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not even good at this. You're not making no impact. It's no point in you trying to do better, girl. Like, you just stuck. The devil, will get you every fucking time. And that is why, like, we literally have to be brave and we have to be bold enough to say, I'm just going to do it and do it scared. And here we are. We don't have to keep repeating the same stuff. We too high vibrational for that. We got too much goddess energy. We got too much sauce and too much drip and too much everything. We have too much to offer. Our purpose is too big for us not to do what we need to do. Our vision is too grand for us to not bring it forward. Okay? Our energy and our love is too big and too amazing and too strong and just too valuable for us to keep giving it to people who don't deserve it. It is too valuable for us to be keeping it from ourselves. Okay? Okay. Ooh, child. Oh, thank you, boo. Yes. Thank you, boo. I'm proud of you all the time, and I'm telling you that all the time. And I'm so glad that you came in here and kicked it with me for a bit. We'll chat offline in just a second, because I'm gonna wrap up soon. But let's be willing to break the chains. Let's do that fearlessly. If you need an accountability partner, get you one. Me and Tamiko, Cocoa Butter Mothers, we talk all the time about how we can break these chains. Like, how can we stop being such crazy ladies? Because we are actually really fucking insane. But how can we just bring it down just enough to really move things forward? How can we break it just enough so that instead of keep kicking the can down the road, we can pick up at least one of these cans and put them in the trash, child? One less can, one less obstacle in the way. Okay? So with that, again, what do we talk about? Breaking the cycle of insanity, self-awareness, self-awareness of yourself and what's popping with you, self-awareness for the people in your life, making sure that they honor and respecting you and meeting you where you are now. We don't have time for people who only can remember who we were before we knew our power, who we were before we stepped into our healing, who we were before we knew how bright our light was and let it shine, who we were before we knew that we deserved better than repeating the same stupid cycles. Ain't nobody got time for the same shit different day, girl. Let's find a different toilet, child. Okay? So self-awareness, getting help and support, whether that is from a friend or a family member or someone in your life that you trust, or a coach, a therapist, a psychiatrist, whoever you feel can help you to really get to the root of your issues and process those things, and move forward accordingly. Let's choose something else for ourselves. Let's choose something different. Let's decide that we are not going to keep doing the same thing. We're not about to keep playing ourselves out here, and we're not going to keep on holding on to community Dick Tristan Thompson when we should be out here soaring and living our best life with a man who will honor us and respect us and who won't be playing us and having us looking crazy out the street. And also remember, sometimes you are the one in your life that's having you looking crazy and tired and worn out in the streets. Let's do better by ourselves because we deserve it. Okay? No more of this. We letting insanity is so 2021, okay? So 2021, child, 2020, and the end of 2019 too, okay? That is so passe. It's so passe. We don't have time for that. We out here, we activating our healing. We are standing in our power. We are connecting. We're connecting in all of the ways that will help us to elevate and be the goddess that we are meant to be, honey. Okay? So with that, y'all, I'm getting close to the time that I wanted to spend, but I'm so happy that we were here. And I really was not expecting anybody to come on because I'm like, it's Saturday and I'm out here being a dry ass bitch. But I'm sure y'all out here living your best lives, having all the fun, child, and all of the social calendar. Your social calendar is full. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for kicking it with me on my first Trill spill with the Homegirl Healer. I actually am going to do my regular Thursday evening. We're going to get it popping at 8 p.m. So I hope I will see you here on all of the channels, child. Holla at me on TikTok, Homegirl Healer, Twitter, Homegirl Healer, Facebook, YouTube, the Homegirl Healer, Instagram, the Homegirl Healer, and I'm also on Fluting as well, the Homegirl Healer. Make sure you check out the Cosmic Drag podcast, thecosmicdrag.com. Actually, we are starting up season 2 on January 31st. Monday, we're going back to Mondays. The energy is really strongest for me there. So we're going to be live and direct, and I'm really excited about the deck that we're going to show. I haven't used a deck specifically like this, so I'm so excited to get into it with y'all. Actually, ain't nobody here. It's not too many people here that I can't show you, but I'm so glad because if you see these cards, you see this gorgeous lady. I'll tell you more about who she is on the podcast when it comes out. But we're going to be talking about yoga a little bit and mudras on the next episode of the season 2 opener of the Cosmic Drag, and we done refresh some things about that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to show y'all some of the things that have changed up. Oh my goodness, really excited about that. And always hit me up on my website, thehomegirlhealer.com. You can check out my Reiki classes, which are always popping. Distant Reiki and intuitive coaching sessions are popping there. So with that, I'm sending you forth in love, in light, and in peace. Peace, y'all. I'll see y'all on Thursday at 8.